Hello everybody. Excuse my hair. I didn't even do my edges. I literally just threw it in a ponytail. Bear with me. I normally try to look my best for you guys, but I barely even felt like recording this video. Like full transparency, lazy as fuck. Um, but today is just gonna be like a little rant on the topic, how to love yourself. I had to talk about it with myself last night. I always have self-talks with myself right before I fall asleep. And the topic in that little talk was, like self-love. Like I had like a realization about self-love. Like I finally decided to block this girl who's a really bad friend. She's kind of just a bad person, but anyways, she has a very trash personality, and I recently decided to finally block her. The only reason why I haven't blocked her was because it was like she's like literally my only friend, and she smokes me out sometimes. Okay, and she gets me out the house too. So there was like some benefits to being her friend, even though she was like not a good friend. But it was just like I'm not gonna keep like me sticking around is just honestly like making me feel like I'm lessening my value. Like you know what I mean? Like just choosing to be treated like shit. Like it's like, damn, do you not love yourself? Like, no. So I finally worked up the courage. Like, I'm gonna just have to just be bored in my room 24/7 now. Because she was like my only friend that like took me out the fucking house. But, I made that decision for myself. And when I made that decision for myself, I also deleted a bunch of dating apps I was on because I'm like, I mean, none of the people on there are like even in alignment with me, so I don't even know why I was even on any of those dating apps. So I deleted all of those and then I blocked her, and it just felt really good. It felt like I was finally doing what was best for me. And then that kind of just like made me have a bunch of realizations about like self-love and like what it really is and how to actually love yourself, right? Like a lot of us think that self-love is, hyping yourself up or thinking that you're the prettiest person in the room or having a bunch of confidence or, having positive thoughts all the time and self-care and shit like that. And that's not like the core of self-love. Like true self-love is when you do what you need to do, like you do what's best for you. Like it's not, self-love is not, oh, like let me give myself like some good thoughts and hype myself up and give myself, like a good positive self-talk so I could go after my dreams and stuff like that. Because that may not be what you need. That may not be what's best for you. What going after your dreams might not be what's best for you, right? It might be what you want to do, but what's best for you might be to actually rest, So doing that made me realize that like truly loving yourself is parenting yourself. It's parenting yourself. It really is. It's being your parent. Like when you're a teenager or just when you're living with your parents, really at any age, right? When you're living with your parents always tells you like, no, like do this, you should do this, you should do that. And like a part of you might know like, yeah, that's actually like, that might be like the healthier choice or like the better choice or the smarter choice, but it's like, I would rather do this, like I want to do this. You know what I mean? And loving yourself would be to like listening to like that inner parent within you, and it's kind of like the angel on your shoulder, like this is what you need, like this is what's best for you. And even though this is what you want and this is what you feel like doing and this is what you would rather do, deep down like this is what actually would be best for you. And so you kind of just need to like discipline the devil on your shoulder, right? And just like listen to the angel on your shoulder. And like that's like self-love. Because the other thing too was like I met this guy, and like he's like what's best for me, if you get what I'm saying. He reminds me of my inner child. I feel safe around him. He's a little weird like me, and where I'm going in my life, he just fits. But But the devil on my shoulder is like sometimes it's like on the dating app. I'm being so freaking vulnerable in this fucking video. Like, what's going on with me? Anyways, yeah, but like on the dating apps and stuff, it was like there would like be like these guys that's like fucking tens and they're like super fucking attractive, and I'd be lusting and I'd just be like, bro, I would love to just like hang out, and I just be like in my like I'd be in my desires. I'd be swimming in my desires as a spirit, okay? And sometimes it's like that self-control, like it's like you some desires you gotta bound for 1,000 years, like some desires like you just can't, especially when you're like in a certain point of your life and you're trying to take it somewhere, like you just don't have time for to indulge in certain desires. And sometimes you just need to like be your parent and be like and discipline yourself and be like, this is what's good for you. It's like when you've been hanging out with bad kids that like got you expelled from school and your parents is all like, no, you need to go to a private school, you need to hang out with these church kids. It's like, you know, deep down inside like that they're putting you on a good path, but it's like, I would rather hang out with the cool kids that got me expelled, even though they got me expelled and that's gonna look bad, and when I grow up and need to go to college and all this and third, it's like I want to have fun, but then it's like you got your parents that's like, you need to be set straight, and you know that like walking, like listening to your parents and walking that path would like be good for you and would like show you like it'll bring you to like a much more healthier lifestyle. But it's, you know, when you don't have any control of yourself, any self-control, and you know your desires are ultimately louder, and they're louder, and like it's a lot easier for you to just fall and listen to like your desires than it is for you to like listen to, you know, your angel on your shoulder, your inner parent, I guess, right? That just the part of you that knows better, you know? It's hard to listen to that part of you because your desires are just so enticing, and it's just like you just want to indulge in it, you know? And so loving yourself is like sitting down with yourself and just being like, you know, because I love myself and I want the best for myself, it would be better for me to just go to private school and hang out with the church kids than it would for me to continue hanging out with these kids, because I know that if I choose the private school, then I'm headed towards a bright future, versus if I choose, you know, what I want to do, right, which is hang out with the bad kids, then I'm like headed towards a dark path. So loving yourself is doing what you know is best for you, even though you don't want to do it, you don't feel like doing it, you don't care to do it, the devil is talking in your ear of like how fun it would be, how much better it would be, and all this other stuff. So loving yourself is that pretty much. It's disciplining all your demons and bounding them for 1,000 years and doing what is best for you, giving you what you know you need, no matter how hard it is, right? That's being your fucking best friend. Like, that's really being your own best friend right there too, because it's like you can talk to yourself and you could be honest and real with yourself and know that like, okay, I want to do this, but it's bad. And forgiving yourself when you know that that's going to lead to a dark path and this is going to lead to a much, you know, better future, but you choose the dark path anyways, and then it ends up leading you to a dark path and you're just like in darkness and you're like, fuck, like now I'm lost in all my lights because I decided to dive and indulge into all my fucking lights instead of fucking heading towards clarity and doing what I know is like the clear straight path forward towards a best possible future. I chose to get indulged into all my fucking lights, and I chose to get lost in my desires, and now I'm here and I hate it here and I feel I'm in eternal hell now. And it's like just being real with yourself and just forgiving yourself, and you know, like you're gonna feel that shame, like damn, like I knew better, you know, but I wasn't strong enough to do better, you know. And that's okay. That's okay too. Just love yourself a little more during those times. But that's really what it is to love yourself. It's to be your own parent. And it's to self-parent yourself. And it's to love yourself even when you make poor decisions. And that's really all there is to it. Alright, that's it for this video. Bye, guys.